Hello, welcome back to Let's Supreme Ghost Thief. We are finally finishing Gems of Provenance with Mission 4 Mercenaries. So let's load up the end of City Public Waterworks and look at the objectives. This is my favorite mission in the campaign, actually by quite some distance. I think all the previous missions have been good, but this is a great mission. I really enjoy this one. It's a little bit more condensed, I would say. But I think that works to its benefit, because you're in a tight complex with thieves. Very non-linear, at least the majority of the beginning of it. There's a portion that's linear later, but we'll get to that. So, on Expert, we have to do the following. You've received a second letter from Blackbrook. The next item is the staff of the Necromancer hidden in the Keeper Abbey. The Keepers left long ago, and a group of mercenaries recently moved in. There are 4 keys hidden in and around the Abbey. The Merc leader already has one. Get them all and open the doors to the Keeper vaults. The mages and the Keepers work together to hide the staff. You're about to learn what they have in store for you. Watch your step and get the staff of the Necromancer. The Merc leader hired you in your younger years to steal a painting for him. Then he never paid up. Get back at him. Grab 1,000 loot. They may be scum, but the Mercs are human too. Kill no one. Once you have everything, get back over the wall. Alrighty. So this mission unfortunately cannot be Supreme Ghosted, nor can it be regular Ghosted. We also have to skip loot for all modes, but that shouldn't take away from the fun that this mission has. Now, I am going to also get all the pickpockets in this run. That's actually quite a challenge. I haven't found a way to get all of them for Supreme. But I will get them all here, so we'll take 1 extra Supreme bust because I want to prioritize the pickpockets. So I'll let you guys know that that extra bust actually comes up very late. Let's see. So we have 3 rope arrows, so we don't need to worry about that. And nothing else is necessary here to buy, of course. Okay. Let's give it a save here. And I want to read the note from Dorcas Goodfellow. Dear Mr. Garrett, my financer is pleased you found the emblem. Now for your next task. The staff of the Necromancer was hidden 50 years ago by a group of Blackbrook mages and a sect known as the Keepers. The Keepers disappeared almost as soon as they appeared, so very few know about them, but my financer tells me you do. That should aid your search immensely, I expect. They have hidden the staff under an abbey outside the city. Mercenaries have recently moved in, so watch yourself. I leave the rest to you. I think this really sets up the premise of a very nice mission, because you have multiple layers here that you can implement. So the building used to be owned by mages, so you can have all sorts of stuff that relate to them, but maybe that are a little bit more hidden. And then you have the elements of what a thief faction would bring. And usually, when you have thieves involved, they are very good fighters, they're more alert, so it increases the difficulty right away. I get a sense of tension right away when I know that there's going to be lots of thieves involved. So I think that's super cool. Let's see here. Don't have anything else now. Okay, so here we have the Abbey, the building. So you can already see that there are stationary and patrolling thieves around. We can't walk east here, so we're on the southwest section of the building. There is a stationary archer right on top of the grassy knoll there to the left, and it's too bright there, so moving east from here is impossible. You can climb up to the wall here and walk outside the wall and get past, but we're not going to do that. I wish there was a map. That's maybe one of the things I'm missing here. So I really wish there was a map. The first thing we want to do is we want to find a patroller that carries a lantern, because he has a purse that I want. So I think he usually comes from the north end.
All's quiet now.
Oh, he actually saw me. Huh. Is that the guy who's actually carrying the purse? It doesn't look like it is. There are multiple lantern controllers. Yeah, he does not have a purse. So you have two patrollers here that have the same route in the western part of the ground floor. That guy has a healing potion. We're going to take that when we come out from the ground floor in a little bit. I need to find that patrolling lantern guard. I want that purse right now. Is that him, maybe? That is him. 25. Good. Make sure I close this. Let me show you as well. There's a lot of windows that you can see into the building. I think that's super clever. It makes it more difficult because you can get spotted. You can also peek into areas that you can't necessarily go into right now. These lantern guards are difficult.
Huh? Freeze! I'm gonna finish you, Garrett!
Okay, let me just show you. Here's a locked door. You can't pick that open, or you don't have lock picks.
Guards! Over here!
And now you get back to this area. We started right down there. So there's that other archer that I talked about. So we are actually going to head in and drop into a cistern because you can't really get into the ground floor from above. At least not without triggering a conversation and using that. So I want to drop in here, and here you actually have one of the 4 keys right away. We should be able to drop in here without getting heard. Well, as long as that guy is not here. Also, moss arrow here I want to show you. Another moss arrow here. There's 2 moss arrows here as well. There we go. Here we have the water key. You have to find one of each elemental keys in order to access the tombs or the shrine where that staff is found. There's also a couple of water arrows in here for them. And we can head down here. Way. Okay. In this one, you have 2 rope arrows. This is the best way to get to the ground floor. Here's a servant. Six deer legs, 2 cheeses, and a loaf in the kitchen. We want to head in here. have a goblet, and you have a gold plate. Under here, you have, I think, yeah, that's just one water arrow. This one. So now we actually come to a pretty difficult part. The entire mission is actually quite difficult. It's one of the reasons I like it. Let's see. I'm gonna make a real save here, actually. There. So, our second key is going to be in the fireplace here, but it doesn't actually appear until you douse the flames. So it doesn't spawn until you douse the flames. So it is a bust, of course, then to put out the flames because you're removing a light source. However, the objective says to find the 4 keys, and the full objectives pre-mission said to actually take them as well. Now, you cannot take the key because it doesn't exist in the game yet. So obviously you have to do what is required in order to make the key appear. So, I kind of don't think this should be a must for Supreme either. Whether it is removing a light source or not, I think that's kind of silly. I would argue it's the same. There's a couple of...
What the hell are you doing?
Okay. I would say it's the same situation as you have in Kidnap, where it says Kidnap Cavador. Well, you have to pick him up. So then it's implied that you have to knock him out. Well, it doesn't say to knock him out. Go. So we have to actually use a water arrow here, take out the flames in order for this to appear, so that we can take it. There's no way to finish the mission, and it's an objective to take the fire key. So, yes, I know it's going to be ruled as a Supreme Bust, but I think these situations should be excused. If there's something that isn't physically possible because it doesn't, the engine doesn't allow it, because the item doesn't exist until you do something, doing that something should be allowed. So I've grown a little bit more lenient to breaking the rules in those cases. When it's related to objectives, I think it should be allowed. It doesn't matter though, because this mission can't be Supreme Ghosted or regular Ghosted in any way. So that's our first Supreme Bust right there. Up here you have a water arrow. That's sort of a hint to using that, but a better hint is this Keeper Journal. The fire key has been placed in a neutral dimension using our glyphs. This way, the mages and the keepers must once again come together if anyone wishes to again enter the vaults. At least, this is what was agreed upon over the Book of Trust. However, the keepers must once again secret themselves, even from the mages. Therefore, a ward has been cast over the fireplace. If the keepers must ever enter the vaults, all that must be done to retrieve the fire key is to let a fire burn in the heart for several hours. Then splash water on it to put it out immediately. That will reveal the fire key without any mage's involvement. So I think this is a little bit of a strange way to hide a fire key. I mean, is there never a chance that anybody else will put a fire out? I think that's pretty likely that will happen. But anyway. So yeah, in the windows up there and up there, there are stationary archers that are looking out, but they can't see the middle of the room. They can only see if you're at either end. Let's see.
Did I just see what I think I saw?
Now you see it up there. sure why I can't get out of that fireplace here.
Something.
Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Ooh. I'll stay behind this pillar then. There. Oh yeah. So we have to get a piece of loot, a purse from in here as well. But I have to time these two. Problem is that the archer goes faster than the swordsman. Uh-oh.
What the hell?
Okay, good. I wasn't all the way in the corner earlier. I was worried that I was stuck now.
Who's there?
Ay, ay, ay. Well, worst case, I can climb up here. I guess we'll do that just to be sure.
What's that?
And then he hears that. How typical is this? Can't climb up here either.
Here's an arrow!
I was leaning, that's why he caught me like that full blast. But okay, good. Okay, and here we can get this guy's purse here. Let's see, are we safe in here? We want to wait for them both to come through here, actually. There is another guard here. He doesn't have a purse, but we need to leave through that door. Yeah, we are safe here. Good. Before we leave, I'll show you why we have to leave through that door.
Who's there?
Oh man, Max unlucky here. So here we just get over to the window where the other archer is. Up here. There's a conversation that starts.
20 years in Craig's
And there are 3
pulled a freelance
thieves
job
in
at
here.
the
We'll listen to
Bamberg
that
area.
conversation
That's
later.
crazy. Not as crazy as what he was after. Okay.
There's someone behind me.
And here, there is no exit. This is actually where we will come out later on when we are done with the main objective, and this just takes us back down here. So what we have to do is go through here. And this is actually quite difficult. I at least found it very difficult to do. Because you have to mantle up this. Oh.
Hey, did you?
Did it on the first try. Okay. Problem is that I can't maintain my.
You're not one of us.
It's difficult to maintain your crouch in here. You have to get a mantle.
Stay right there, Gary. You're not.
I did it on the first try, so I should be able to do it again here.
Free. Stay right there, Garrett.
Something is strange here.
I got you now.
Oh yeah, of course.
You see that?
Okay. Yeah, then we have to wait a couple of cycles, I think, to be able to get that healing potion there, because it depends on how those two are timed. I want to get max pickpocket here.
Thought I. Hey, did you see that? Yeah, someone there.
You can't approach him from the side. I can't stand the fact when the timing of the patrols are just... When he goes in, the next one is going to come out. I have to wait for the archer basically to catch up with that swordsman so that they come out more or less at the same time. That's the only chance I have to have time enough to not get a first alert. To get over to that guy and take a healing potion. Yeah. There's no way I have time to do that. Okay. He might actually be so fast that he catches up with him now, I think.
Yeah, people are.
I'm not going to drop those healing potions back. No, you know what? I will. I will do that.
Hey.
Just to be as supreme as possible. There. Okay, so now we have that. Now we're going to move into the building again, but a little bit of a different way. And we're of course running into this guy. Okay, what's going to happen here? See. So now we're going to listen to that conversation, actually. Do that by going in through this door.
Hey, did you hear what happened to Gibson? Got 20 years in Craigscleft. He pulled a freelance job at the Bafford Manor.
That's crazy!
Not as crazy as what he was after.
Okay, what was it?
His silver scepter.
You mean to tell me this tapper went through all the trouble of breaking into Lord Bafford's manor, only in order to steal a scepter that had already been stolen? Why did he end up in Craigscleft, though? Figured Bafford would have just turned him over to the sheriff.
Some Hammerite named Karras offered Bafford something in exchange for him.
What did Bafford get?
Don't know, and I don't care. Got nothing to do with me anyway.
So that's the one guy that's involved in the conversation. When he reaches his destination, the second guy is going to come, and he is going to have a healing potion that I want to take and drop. And then there are 3 pieces of loot that's going to be in the room above where that archer then is going to go. Go. Candlestick. And here is a purse and a stack of gold coins, total 325. Can continue past where he is. He doesn't come back into this room. Go. That was our 4th pickpocket. I think there's 15 or 16. There's one more guy that's left in the foyer. There. So that's the reason why you cannot come up from the stairs below, or you can't enter the foyer in any way. We're gonna head in through this door here. This room is where that other guy from the conversation ends up. He stations himself over there by some explosive barrels. There's nothing else in this room, except for another patrolling guy. That's all. Over here is an explosive barrel, and that's a second entrance to that room. Save there. Just check something. This is an area that isn't fully enclosed. Go in here. This one has a stack of copper coins worth 5 total, 330. So, I can't remember.
Hey,
I'm not going to save it because we don't need to
They're
go up
used to
there,
rat
really.
noises by now.
Windows you can go into as well. This room here doesn't
there's
have any
just
loot.
nothing.
So this has a noisemaker arrow and a healing potion. When he comes past again, I can... He doesn't go in here, he just opens the door.
My eyes must be playing tricks on me.
Let's see. I thought there was a... Oh, yeah.
What was that?
Sit right there, Garrett.
There is a journal. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. The wars going on should be enough to get us all hired. But our precious leader don't want nothing too dangerous, the panty-waist Taff. He only cares about himself. He only had the barracks built after Hallen and Neb nagged him to death. Then he went and made them share a room. You don't do that to your seconds. He'd been so caught up in the secrets, which might be in this place, he not looking for any contracts. Just the other day I saw him climbing on the roof for the 100th time trying to get the floating key. Neb finally got him to go to Bonn and put up a bid. About time. Be nice to get back to the action. This place creeps my bones to shiver. A good building just sitting there outside the city, and no one has been here until we moved in 2 months ago. I've gone by the Tremen Road many a time in my young years, but never saw this place. Like it was invisible until now. That's very interesting. Some background on the location.
Huh?
So we gotta wait for him to go back upstairs, and then we can head out in here again. We're now in the lower level, so... I didn't know he came that far.
Hey. Thought I saw something.
Let's see. Let's actually see if we can.
My eyes must be...
Go this way. They're very alert. Thieves are just, in general, very, very... very alert. Here we have a stack of silver coins, stack of copper coins, total 347. I think there's a flash bomb in this. But there's a journal here as well. Jory, keep the powder barrels dry or it'll be your head. I expect a contract from either Sirik or Bonn any day now, and I don't want any delays. Also make sure the powder barrels are only half full for easy transport. Just don't drop one. Sensitive stuff it is. So it's dangerous here. You can go in through the windows, but you can also get caught through the windows, right? For example, that lantern guard out there. Okay, he goes. Not sure if I understand his route right now. couldn't I mantle there? We have to go up there. Let's actually go down like that. This is the southeast tower. He doesn't come in here. We could have followed them through here, but... There, we should be fairly safe here. Let's make a real safe, actually. Now we come to an armory level. There's one patrolling guard, and he comes... I'm not really sure where he is. Okay, he's on his way over here right now. I don't think he comes all the way down here.
Hey!
He does, okay. I thought he went into that bedroom. He's coming there, so we have to reserve him. That bedroom I opened the door to there has a couple pieces of loot that we need. He opens the doors to those just because he's so close to them. I think he opens that door too on the other side here.
What was that?
Yeah, and then he sees me through the crates. He will walk to the other end of this building, where there's some equipment in the armory. In here, there's a box with a stack of copper coins. There's also a stack of gold coins and copper coins on the other side of this. In that chest there, or the footlocker, there's a mine, but you don't want to open that and take the mine unnecessarily. Let's wait for this guy to come back. I'm going to blackjack him and show you guys what's on this floor. So in here was where those two other coin stacks were, so that's the one that holds the mine. I like this little lamp here. Here we go. And in this room you have 12 broadhead arrows in these two gas mines, and a flash bomb. There we go. And that actually introduces my ghost challenge for this mission for you guys. Go from here. Go dodge that thief. Get into the armory, get the equipment, and come back here without taking any supreme busts. Of course, you can save and reload if you want to during that. Of course, it would be an extra challenge to do that Iron Man mode without saving and reloading, but you can do either. That would be your ghost challenge. I'm not sure what number it is. In the upper 60s, is that what it is? Something. Okay. Now we're gonna head up this tower. And we get to a little bit of a difficult area, actually. Here are 2 guards. There's going to be a 3rd guard actually over here later, so we're going to have to go back up here. The furthest guard has a purse, and this guard here will detect any kind of rapid movement. So we have to... Actually, what I do here is I get onto the edge.
Is that you?
You have to go very slow here.
What was that?
So a little bit of speed up and he sees you, but you can do this.
Strange.
And he hears the noise too. What we might be able to do here actually is just mantle onto that ledge. There we go. Then you can get past here. If you mantle onto a thin ledge, you can mantle past the ledge, so you get onto the invisible silent ledge on the other side. Then we can sneak over here. Grab his purse worth 80, total 462. And then we have to get back. Now, I want to get up on this roof here. And see if we can figure out a way to do this. I think if we place...
Who goes?
If we place a rope here, maybe we can do it from this location.
What's that?
There. If we do that, I think we're good there. We can actually jump onto that rope without getting spotted by him. There. We go slowly up here. Should be able to mantle and grab that. And then we are dark up here in this region. Make sure we're not spotted up here. I'm going to drop down here. And here we have somewhat of a secret. There's actually a gas arrow in here, and a moss arrow. Then there's a readable. That's the one that I want to... Okay, took the gas arrow now. There's a moss arrow too. If ever an artifact must be retrieved from the vaults, simply throw some dirt or vegetation on the air key to nullify the ward the mage has placed upon it. However, it can only be taken from its path when it has stopped moving. The safest spot to retrieve it is over the gargoyle's head. So that's the air key that is floating around in the air above the building here that the readable said somebody was trying to obtain. So that we're going to get right now. And you need a moss arrow to do that, and we have one too. We do. Oh wow, okay. Back up on this ledge. You can see the air key floating around in the sky, and this is the only gargoyle that it actually stops by. There it is. So we have to shoot it with a moss arrow and then we can take it. So using moss arrows to solve puzzles like that is not a bust. It used to be. Any use of moss arrow used to be a bust, but it's not anymore. Luckily. Okay. Maybe I'm too far away, I'm not sure. There we go. There we took the air key. Alrighty. Then we're gonna have to head back into this tower. Better to go around this way, I think. Whoa. This red roof here is too slippery to walk up anywhere. I should have like a speed potion or something. We're gonna head down into the bell tower. If you walk at a certain pace here, you can do that without taking damage. I know. If you land sort of on, I mean, we don't have to do that. We can use a rope, but didn't mean to go down there. There we go. Then we get up to an attic. And here actually comes some pieces of loot that we have to skip. Behind this banner here, you actually have, I think it's 220 loot. There's a silver nugget worth 50, there's a diamond worth 90, and a ring worth 80. So that's 220 loot. Now I think that there's 1,340 available in the mission overall. I believe that's what it is. Or no. No, it's not even that much. I can't remember the total amount in the mission. But we have less than 100 to spare, because there's not a lot extra loot here compared to what we need to get. So we have to skip these three, otherwise it's a ghost bust. You can't take these through the banner, you can't take them from the other side either. They only become probable once the banner's gone. So that's not possible for us to do. So we basically have to get the rest of the loot in the mission. Okay, let's go in here. This is actually the location of the bedroom of the main thief. And here is the earth key. That's the key that was mentioned had been found by the thieves already. Let's read. My lieutenants, Hallen and Neb, are whining about sharing a room. They put up a wall of furniture between them. Either I have a wall put up, or I demote one of the idiots, or I send them off on one of the more delicate jobs. I'm thinking the latter. So Hallen and Neb are then the two that are living in the room next to the armory, where they had put up those boxes and stuff to block off the beds. Found a book with a keyhole on the cover near the courtyard, but it was blank. The cryptic taffers who owned this place must have made the ink invisible, but after searching a bit more, I found one of the keys tangled in the roots of one of the bushes. The key to the mountain lock, by the looks of it. Now for the other 3. I know where the sky key is, but I'm unable to take it, no matter how hard I tug. The other 2 keys remain a mystery. I'll check the cistern when I return from Bond tonight, so that's where we found the first one. So we have found all 4 keys now. We found them in the cistern, in the fireplace, above the roof, and now this guy found the 4th one. This is the one that was empty, but we can read it. We have been given the key of Earth, according to the Book of Trust. We chose a simple solution to keeping it safe by placing a cloaking ward over it, similar to the ward placed over the abbey. Celibus was worried that the ward would wear away after too many years of rain and weather, but my wards are better than his. I placed the key in the garden and planted a young ging shrub over it, in case we need to find it again. Okay. Let's see here. So there are windows on the south side too. It's a bathroom that is empty. And then if we head out here, we get to the area where that archer is.
What was that?
It comes up here. And this guy sees us upon exiting this room. So we can't do that. But we can go through his room a little bit of a different way.
I heard that.
Somebody heard me there. We don't want to do that. That we can do. Now we can get in through this window. Let me actually make a real save here. That circumvents the area that we just were in. Oops. Oh no. Let's see. So in this room there is a... this archer here. He has a purse, and we want to make sure that we wait until that guy there is coming up the stairs and then going back down again, because he can see us. So there's a flash bomb.
What's going on over there?
Up here, there are also 6 moss arrows. 2, or there's 3 in this one, I think, and 3 more loose ones. But you can't leave this attic here. Now there is a guard that comes up here, and we want sort of him to be on his way up.
What? Something is strange.
Yeah. I want him to... There. Now I hope that the other guy that comes up down below here is not coming now. In this one you have 5 broadheads. Yeah, now he's coming up. Gotta go back up then. And wait for him.
Look there.
What's happening?
We have to wait for him. This is difficult here to get down here, but I wanted to try this. Now that he comes up, we have to dodge him so he doesn't... Hopefully he turns to his left. I don't remember if he does, but I think he does.
Huh?
He did not. That is not good for us. Then we have to drop back to the outside if he doesn't do that.
What do I see there?
Yeah, now I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. I don't think I triggered that guard down there until I actually walked down. Okay, there we have it.
Huh?
Okay, we have to wait a little bit more then until he comes. Oh, wow. Okay, well, while I'm here, actually...
Hey.
Guess we'll listen.
show you guys something else. You can climb up here. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
What's going on?
Thought I saw something. How many damn rats around here?
I got you now, Tapper.
This is the other side of where that loot is. You see you can't take it here.
Just poke your head out. I'll end it for you quick like.
But if you go all the way up here...
Ready to go. Come on out.
You can find 2 breath potions up here and a keeper journal. The water mages have decided to keep the water key in their care and take it back to the city. We've made a copy of the key without their knowledge and placed it in the cistern. There are no wards on it, so it should be easy enough to retrieve if we have a need for it. Getting through the water mages trial will not be as easy. We may not have a glyph to help us breathe underwater like the mages, but these air potions should be enough to get through the maze. Okay. I have not been able to get up here and grab these 2 for ghosts. That archer there covers the area too well and is too brightly lit in here, so I have not been able to do that. But that's all I know that exists up there. Okay, now we can go down. Yeah, 5 brownheads in this. Okay, good. Now, through behind here, you can see there's also a chest with 100 loot worth gold nugget. Now, that nugget, of course, we can't slash the banner, and that would yield less than 1,000 total if we skip it. But you can take it. You can take it from the edge here, behind the banner, so that's 100. So that's 657. Go out here. We can now come in behind this guy and take his purse. Total 702. Gotta be careful here because the guy that was involved in the conversation is through those windows. Okay. I'm gonna show you guys one more thing here. There's a thief inside this little gazebo here. Up here, actually a secret.
Huh? I hear you there. Come on out and play. Just you wait till I find you.
See if I can get over there. Maybe I can. I can. Good. Awesome.
Stop jumping.
Here's a healing potion and 2 moss arrows. You can't get up here any other way. And there's a hidden keeper journal. Treading the red carpet in the vaults is like walking a room of explosive mines. I took one wrong step, and next thing I knew, I was on the 2nd floor in a heap. I wish Devia had devised a better means of getting around the vaults, such as stairs. But that is only Devia, a trickster to the end. What really troubles me are the statues the air mages brought in to their chamber. These creatures were brought from the Blackbrook Artificers Guild. They used gems of Provenance to bring them to life. Such a spell is surely upsetting to the balance. So these are hints to the vaults, which we will find below the abbey later on.
When I find you,
I didn't find this secret room until after I was done with my first run through the mission. Okay. Here we have the mess hall. Go through there, you get out to the main foyer where the conversation was. There's a cheese and some deer leg and stuff on here. We're going to go through here, and now we are ready actually to enter the vaults. Real savings. Let's see here. 702. Oh. Okay, I forgot a purse. But he's right here. Here.
That sounded funny.
Okay, somebody heard me there. Should be able to do this.
Huh?
There's a guy in the stairs. It's not the guy.
We used to.
Yeah. Oh man. That guy is alert. There. Now we have all the loot we need. 802. Okay, so here we have then the access to the vaults, and this is where we need to use the keys. There's 2 doors entering this room. So this would be the air key. Notice that this door does not open. Automatically, at least. Here we have the fire key. That does not open either. Here are windows. I haven't found a way to unlock that yet. Don't really know what key works on it. But you have guards patrolling out there, even lantern guards. Here is the... Is that the earth key, I think? No, water key. None of them open now, that's right. But when we unlock this, all 4 open. This is the water. That one you cannot close.
Huh?
Okay. I was spotted there. Cannot close the earth. We can close the water. Can close the fire. We cannot close. Is this the earth one? I think that was the earth one. No, that was the water one. Yes. So, some of the guards that pass outside here can see through the window and see that that door is open, and they will first alert. So, that technically is another Supreme Bust. However, it is sort of an immediate consequence of following a mandatory objective, opening the doors. We cannot close 2 of those doors for some reason. Not sure why. So then the guards see that, and it isn't an immediate consequence. You know, because they come by later and discover it, but I think that should be an excuse. I think that I've actually become a lot more lenient on things that relate directly to objectives. I'm not saying things that lead up to an objective, but something that is a direct result of an objective that is mandatory. That should not be a bust to any ghost mode. And I actually think that the early community excused those without really thinking about it. So, I don't know. This, I think, should be an excuse, but it isn't with the current ruling, so we're not gonna excuse that now, but I think it should be. Anyway, we're gonna go in through this.
Smells like trouble.
So that, then you heard somebody saw the door being opened from the outside. You could hear it there. That's the first alert I was talking about. Okay. So down here you have a room. We're now in the vaults. No, we're not. Yes, we are, aren't we? Yes, we are in the vaults, but we haven't gone to the inner vaults yet. So down here we have 4 doors, and they are not probable. One of them is open, and that's interesting because whichever door out of the 4 elemental doors upstairs that we chose to go through, that according door will open here. And that actually is why I chose the fire door, because this is the best way to go in. You have to go through each of the elemental chambers. They sort of pose a test equivalent to their element. And in here, let's see, I think we can walk onto the first one here. Once we walk into this area, you could hear another door open here. There are going to be fire traps that are going to shoot. So that's going to definitely be a Supreme Bust. However, if we go through any of the other doors, we're going to have to enter this room through that door. And then the chance is pretty high of us getting seen by one of the statues in there. So if we start in the fire room, that door will remain closed and will never actually open. Well, no, it actually might at the end, but we don't have to go through it. You'll see what I mean. So now we have to get in here. Now, I have never had anybody alert to the actual traps firing. People might hear you jump around in here, so I'm not going to jump, I'm just going to run. So I'm hoping to do this without any damage. So I don't think there's any way of avoiding that. So that's definitely a Supreme Bust. I'll try to round up all the Supreme Busts at the end if I remember them. We took one when we doused the fire, didn't we? To get the fire key. These ones you can't. You can't open. So this is then obviously the earth chamber. This is the water chamber. This is the one that was referred to in the Keeper Journal up on the rafters. We don't really need any breath potions to do this. Now you can hear the next door open. Now we're going to get to the room where those statues are. Oh, come on. You have to be on the ground or on the floor in order to go faster. Here, this is the air chamber. These statues here were mentioned in one of the readables. So I don't think they hear anything. They only can see you, but if you walk along the shadow pattern, then you're good. However, if you choose the air door and walk in through that door, then there is no shadow pattern that can hide you getting to this, you know, zigzagged other shadows. So then you're going to get spotted, I think, most likely. I don't think they hear us. No. They're deaf. But if you move, then they see you. See that? There. So that's the door to the fire chamber, but we don't have to go through there now. I think it's almost impossible to go through there without getting spotted. Maybe it's not, but I chose the fire door anyway. And now we get into the final test chamber. Here. Make sure I don't get any busts there. Good. Okay. So this is a riddle room. There's a bunch of doors with symbols on it. This is an apple, compass, a candle, azaleas, a dagger, and I don't think I read the first one. A barrel. Okay, I don't want to get spotted here, so... yeah. And here is a riddle. My life can be measured in hours. I serve by being devoured. Thin I am quick, fat I am slow, wind is my foe. Okay, so if you notice, that would be a candle. So if you go in through any of the other doors or approach them, you're going to teleport to a random location. So if we go here, for example, yeah, we went back to the earth chamber. And actually, I think there's one that gets you all the way back to the abbey. Should be. Yeah. So you can survive that, but... okay, so then we will go through the candle. And that'll take us into the inner vaults. So that's here. Now, what's interesting is that if you end up using any of the other elemental doors, you end up in a different riddle room with a different riddle. So that I'm going to show you next. I've added these save games. So what if we started with the Earth Chamber? Well, this is a different riddle room. Then we come out of the fire. We end in the fire chamber then and end up in here. When I am filled, I can point the way. When I'm empty, nothing moves me. I have two skins, one without and one within. So you can try to solve that puzzle a little bit on your own first. But the correct answer to that is a glove. So that would be here. So then you want to end up in the same area, but only one of the items is correct then. What if we went through the water door? This is my favorite out of all the puzzles. What does man love more than life? Fear more than death or mortal strife? What do the poor have, what the rich require? And what contented men desire? What does the miser spend, the spendthrift save? And all men carry to their grave? So the answer to that is nothing. Which is this one. Go. I love that one. And then lastly, the air. What happens then? What has a neck but no head? That is a bottle. So that will also take you in there. Notice I lost some health here. I got attacked by the statues and they shot fire elementals. No, sorry, air elementals at me. Let's see. Then we want to go back to our real one, right? So now we are in the inner vaults. And here there are some more things to deal with. So here we have a door. And there are 2 pedestals. If we remove the urn from these, then the door will open. I want to return the urn. Now, you can't actually depress the pedestal. That's not possible. Well, it is possible if you stand on it. But the urn cannot actually be placed up, down. It has to be placed like that. The urn doesn't weigh it down any longer. So I think that's more of a scripted. So you see here, that will open now. And then we want to leave the urns here. Doors will open again when that comes back up. Now there's going to be a fire ball being triggered here. So we want to make sure we don't get hit by that. Okay, we didn't take any damage there. And we can actually close the doors manually. They remain locked, but that's okay. Here you can go either way, I believe. Okay, in here's a room. We're not going to actually go in there. But here is a readable. There are 4 glyphs in the vaults, which must be activated to open the cage to the staff of the necromancer. 2 of them are in plain sight, though one must be careful how he gets to them. 2 of them are hidden by statues, though one must be ready to run. Okay, you can probably run out before they close, but the only way to logically leave here is to break that, which is obviously property damage, so I'm not going to do this. Okay, I didn't remember if that was a trap or not. So in here you can see that there is one glyph up in the keyhole top there. They all have that inscription. But there are ramps. That was mentioned in one of the keeper journals too. These ramps will elevate you. I don't consider those traps because the readable talked about them being intentional in order to navigate this area. So I think they're more just an alternate mode of moving around. Now we have to actually be elevated by this up to that glyph, but we shouldn't take any damage in doing that. So we want to get up all the way. There we go. Perfect. So that little sound there will tell you that. Tell you that you've frauded it. Okay, so next we're going to move up here. There. These do not open. Don't think there's anything down here. Alrighty. So the way to get across here, you are supposed to go on a ramp that I believe is here. Then you have a door open and a statue come out. So that isn't actually... Okay. I didn't know if it almost counted like an AI or whatnot. So I don't like to do that, so I'm going to instead jump across. You can do that. Let me see. You can take a double leap, and it works. There. I think that still unlocks or opens if you get close to it. Yeah, but we don't want to do that. Let's instead go down here. Okay, so we've only frabbed one glyph, right? I think if we jump across here, we get back to the original room. So we're going to get up here now. There we go. Here's the second glyph. There are 4 of those. And here is another room. There are ramps that can elevate you up to those. And the one that we want, at least for now, is up there. You can maybe see the glyph. We cannot do anything about that trap. But we can certainly get up there with that. There we go. It's the third one. So another trap sprung. We should be able to drop here without taking any damage. Yeah. And then I can't remember which one we have to go through. One of them actually takes us to another area, and I think we actually have to go back here. Oh, come on. Is it this one, maybe? No. That was utter failure. I think actually it's in the beginning here. I think maybe it's this one. Yeah. And this is the only ghost bust in the entire mission. I don't think there's a way to get through here without breaking that glass. It's kind of silly because it's intended. But I guess it makes sense for the puzzle, so that is a ghost bust. But it's a forced one, it's by design, so there you go. We have one more glyph that we need to frob. And here we get to the staff is in the middle. In this cage. So we have to find the last glyph, and that is around here. Here's a statue. I'm not sure. I think actually this statue can see you. But if it can hear you, I'm not sure. No, these statues are deaf. Now we have to lean forward and frob the glyph behind it. That actually unlocks the cage above, because now we've frobbed all 4 glyphs. I think the vaults here are geniusly designed, especially the fact that there are 4 different ways of entering it and actually passing through the chambers. Yeah, it's only doing them in different order, but you get a different riddle each time, and I don't know, it just increases replayability. I think it's great. I don't want to go too fast because we're red here and that statue can see us. Take it, then this one will open, and that's going to be our exit. If you go down the middle of it, you should... I don't like that. There we go. You can't close that ladder there, that end. Let me just see. We still have some loot to get. We have to get all of the remaining loot to get to 1,000. And there's one piece of loot especially that is going to be difficult. When we get back to the abbey, I mean. Okay. Now we get to some kind of keeper library. A couple readables in here. Since the advent of the catastrophe, the Archmage has grown fearful of the presence of certain gems of provenance in her care. One such, the staff of the necromancer, we agreed should be sealed away. We joined with the mages in sealing the vaults below, trusting with written word and ward that neither could enter the vaults without the other present. Similar to the doctrine of trust the mages have with each elemental faction. The construction of the trials is almost done, and Tatiana's flowers have been placed all around the staff to weaken its influence. Now I fear the time grows short. We have been revealed for too long. We must again sink into the shadows, abandon this abbey, and begin anew in the city itself. For there lies the source of great imbalance, and there we should be to keep it. There's one more here, I think. After the catastrophe in the Old Quarter, we revealed our presence in order to aid in the quelling of the disaster. The keeper wards were taken from here to be used on the Hamrite Cathedral. The mages returned from their order in Blackbrook have started construction on a new home for themselves near the city. We have chosen our locations for the talismans and the expeditions who will hide them. The Archmage insisted the Hand Brotherhood could keep them all safe. We disagreed. Somehow the mages already knew of our order, even before the catastrophe. They also know the prophecy of the Trickster's return. The Archmage believes it can be prevented by the Hand, but they do not know the rest of the prophecy. They will go looking for the other talismans, but they will never find them.
Hey.
Oh, come on. I forgot that those stairs are tiled. Okay, so now we actually come back to the, I think it's the first floor of the abbey. Let's see, so if we do that, we open the door and we turn on this torch. Now, I want to put this out because that actually lights this back up again so that we reset it to the condition that we had it in. That is a supreme bust because we extinguished this torch for a brief moment. Not leaving the door open because that can't be closed, but extinguishing this is... That's somebody reacting to that door being open, right? Let us make another real save. Let's see, now we get into the south side of the foyer. There is a guard.
Is that you?
That I want to be careful of. Oh, what happened there? A couple more pickpockets here. I'm going to take this guy's mine here. That counts as a pickpocket. I'm not going to replace that because then you arm it. And he will hear that. I'm going to take this guy's purse.
Look at that.
You can definitely avoid that one.
Oh my God.
There. So yeah.
I went to my room. Something's wrong.
Yeah, you can't do that. See, I'm not sure if we have time here because there is another guard that comes through here from that door. Stack of gold coins here. See, 918, that is the amount we're supposed to have here. We took, was it 3 stacks of silver coins and 3 stacks of copper coins, and then 1 stack of gold in this one. Yeah, there he is. He has a purse too, I think, yes. He does indeed. Which we're going to take. That was the guard that we just stole from. He shouldn't see us. If we do that. Let's see. Now we can go to the other window and take the other purse here, total 953. There's only 1 piece of loot left now. But there are 3 healing potions. Because there are now 4 extra guards with purses, or sorry, with pickpockets that have spawned around the ground. None of the ones we've encountered so far are new, but there are some new ones. So we're gonna have to go and get those. But now we're going to have to go downstairs again and out the way we did earlier. This is actually... This is actually pretty perfect.
You're annoying.
I went to my room. Nothing.
What?
If I can just do this move again.
I need some money.
I heard.
I went to my room. Nothing in there anymore. People taking my things.
Freeze!
Don't know how to consistently do this, I'm sorry.
Freeze! You're a Maybe if...
Yeah, maybe if it could be a little bit quieter. I agree with you. I'm trying, man.
Me? What's going on?
Cannot figure out how to do this.
Stay right there! You're a Garrett! Who's that?
This might take 100 years to do. Sorry.
You're a Garrett! Me? What the?
Oh. So you're just supposed to go quickly. Guess that's the clue. Well, I don't know what caused me to get it there, but I got it. Okay. So now we have to go back and get 3 remaining pickpockets. We have 12. 4 remaining pickpockets. We have 12 out of 16 here. Okay, he's not.
Huh?
He is not going that way. There are a couple of extra spawned guards now here. He has a healing potion. That I want to drop back.
What was that I heard?
And there's another guard here, but he has not... does not have a healing potion, luckily. We need to get up on the roof, because there's another guard that have spawned up. On that roof right there. Let me see here. Yeah. So we want to get... we want to loosen our string a little bit here. Like that. Should actually attach a little bit more this side. I think. There's an extra. There. We want to grab his. He has a healing potion too. Drop it there. Is that good enough? Let me see if maybe we can do this. Is that a sufficient drop? I want to get it on the ground. There, that's perfect. Good, I got the count for that. That is the number 14. That's the 14th.
Did you say?
Now we gotta get back on the rope there. Can we use the same method that we did earlier? How he doesn't see me is just insanity. There we go. And I'm hoping that we can drop onto that rope again now, because we want to get up on the roof.
What I see there?
Maybe we can't do that, actually. We can. We should be able to. Come on.
What's going on? What I see there?
No, we can't do that. Maybe it's actually easier for us to drop into a mantle here. That we should be able to do. Come on. Okay.
What I see there?
Okay. Well, I think I remember. It's been a few weeks since I played this, but I think that I managed to drop like that. Yeah. There. Now we can get up here. And now, the main leader of the thief gang has spawned also in his office, and he has the last... He has the final purse, the final piece of loot.
What's going on over there? Did you see something?
Let's see. That's on this side, actually. There we go. Now this purse is difficult to take, because you can't make any noise and you slide on this roof. So let's see if we can get it. He has a skull on his shoulder.
I went to my room, there was nothing in there anymore, people taking my things.
Who's that?
So if you make that little clang...
You're a noisy... Maybe if you weren't...
There. Good. 1073. That hits the 1000 loot objective. That was worth 120. That's max loot for Ghost. Excellent. There's one more pickpocket, though, that I want to take. We should get all 16 here. That one you cannot do for Supreme, but I want to do it for this run. Let's see, how did I do that? There's one more enemy that have spawned.
What's going on?
I think actually I don't want to go up on that ledge, to be honest with you. I want to continue on this ledge.
What was that noise?
So, the guy who respawned with the last healing potion, come on. What is going on? Can't I... He has spawned just inside the door right here. Okay? The problem is that he will hear that door opening. But we are going to take a first alert anyway. We're going to take a first alert regardless, so why don't we just not care about that first alert then? There's another way to get that healing potion, but I thought I could do it without a first alert. I have not been able to, and I'll explain why that is. So, the archer that we just picked up on the roof that has spawned, the extra one, he stares right into the window that we went through earlier when we had to go down the stairs and dodge the guy that came up the stairs. You have to go in through that window and out again, and he will see you leave the window. It's just a first alert still, but I've never been able to do that without a first alert. Since we are going to have to take a first alert anyway...
What was that noise?
We might as well just get a first alert from this guy who has now spawned, and that's the last healing potion. That is the final 16th. Pickpocket, and then all we have to do is get back over the wall. Let me see here. Yes. Now something that I'm going to show you that I forgot about. So let me do that real quick. No, can't use this one. This one we can use. Oh, there's one hidden item under this tree here. That's the infinity crate that have been present in every mission in this campaign so far. Then we can exit, and all we have to do then is not kill ourselves, but come on. We have to get over the wall here. How is this taking that long? Yeah, we can't do that without taking damage, so... There, finally. That should be it. Okay, that was a successful ghost. No, it was not at all. we took a bust in the vaults. Of course, it was an unsuccessful ghost, but we only took one bust, where we had to break the glass in the vaults to get to the inner vault that has the staff. Other than that, we took quite a few Supreme busts. If I round them all up, we doused the fire to get the fire key, although I don't think that should be a bust. We got alerts from the guards seeing the door to the vaults being open. The door, I mean, that was the water key door, because we can't close the door. I don't think that should be a bust either, because it's directed in the objectives to open those doors. I think we triggered 2 or 3 different traps, fireball traps. The fire chamber, and then when we entered the inner vaults, and then again when we were close to the staff of the necromancer chamber. And we didn't take any other busts as far as I can remember. No, we did, because we removed the light source temporarily when we headed back into the abbey. So that's a Supreme bust also. That took us 1 hour, 2 minutes, 52 seconds. We took 1,073 loot out of 1,293. We had to skip 220, because we skipped a diamond, a ring, and a nugget behind the banner in the attic. You have to cut the banner, that's not allowed for Ghost. We picked all pockets. Only 15 of those is possible to do for Supreme. We took an extra Supreme bust at the end, but that you can easily skip for that mode. Picked no locks, no backstabs, no knockouts, no damage dealt taken or healing taken, nothing and nobody killed. And the campaign totals at the end was 4 hours, 10 minutes, and 41 seconds. We found 8,059 loot, and we dealt no damage and took no damage. This is my favorite mission in this campaign, by far. This is probably a mission that's in my top, like, 15, 20 of all time. I really, really like this mission. I think it stands head and shoulders above the rest of the campaign, but this campaign is good overall, but the other missions have some flaws to them, I think. But this one is right up my alley, so let me know what you think about this. The next mission we're going to play is going to be Compulsory Egress by DirkBogan. Decided to give that one a shot. I played a little bit, and I like it so far, so that'll be featured next. Hope to see you again back then. In the meantime, stay safe, and have a good evening.